Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Love the backyard, by the way. Where are you joining us from today?
I thought I'd invite you to my mum's backyard. I'm here on the beautiful Central Coast, New South Wales. Yeah.
And today is a very exciting day for you to be joining us because Marching On, the remix, was released today. So it must be feeling like it's your birthday with all the excitement that you must be receiving today.
Do you know what? It's exactly what it feels like every time you release a song. It's like you're giving birth to a child almost. And to see the reaction and yeah, it's just a beautiful celebration. And this song's been a labor of love and something I've worked on for a long time. So it's nice to finally see it out in the world.
And I know you're mid-tour at the moment as well, so you must be very busy, but how are you celebrating the release today?
I had a nana nap. Does that count? Celebrate. I'm actually going to, as soon as I'm done with you, Brooke, I'm heading to dinner to catch up with friends because I'm from the Central Coast, but I live in Melbourne. So I'm seeing some friends that I've not seen in a long time, and I'll see my godson. So, I think what better way to celebrate than to be with your closest family?
That's a perfect way to celebrate. And I love that you included the nap as well, because look, that's the reality of it. And that's, what we do.
I'm over 30. That's what we do.
How has the reaction been to it like so far? Have people reach out to you and been like, hey, I'm loving this song? Or like, what sort of messages have you been getting today from people?
Well, this is obviously the remix that came out today. So the song's been out for about a month. And yes, I mean, I wrote this song about the queer community's fight for equality. It's as much about how far we've come, to the shoulders that we stand on, to be able to celebrate Pride the way we do today. To also, I mean, you only have to look around the world to see what's happening. People are still fighting for their rights, and they're still trying to tear our rights apart. So, I definitely feel like it has resonated with people. I've had some beautiful support and people saying, wow. And it's also a statement as me kind of stepping forward as an original artist for the very first time as well. So it's a pretty bold statement for me to come forward and write a song that means so much to me and hopefully to other people as well.
Yeah, you're right. It is a bold statement. So well done on having the courage to come out of that song and also being a voice for so many people in the community who don't have that voice at the moment.
Yeah, it's scary. I feel like we're being targeted pretty badly at the moment. I mean, you only have to look at what's happening in Tennessee with the drag bill, the drag bans, and the taking away trans rights, and Uganda now bringing back it's illegal to be gay again. Like, what we want to be stepping forward with progress, not taking steps backwards. But sometimes it is two steps forward, one step back to get where we need to go. But as long as we keep pushing forward, and that's what the song's about. Keep marching on, keep pushing forward, and be yourself. Don't ever be afraid to be yourself.
It's an important message of encouragement. So thank you so much for writing this song and sharing it with others. And as you said before, this song has been out for a month. That's okay. And yeah, it's been out for a month and the remix has come out today. So I guess, why was Dave Audie, who's an incredible producer, the perfect fit for delivering this powerful message?
Well, to be honest, I just wanted someone really, really special and big enough to carry this message further than I could. I am 35 years old. So back in the day, the Dave Audie mixes were definitely a staple in the gay clubs that I used to dance in. So I just snorted. There you go. That's cute. I think he's always been so supportive of the queer community himself. He has a lot of queer people. Funnily enough, Dave Audie's team, most of them are gay. He's got some wonderful gay friends. And yeah, his remixes, I think they speak to the older generation, but also the younger generation. So he can carry the torch across a lot of that. And if you listen to the mix, it still has that the song's got power behind it and it still carries the message within the beat. I think, a lot of the times when you add extra production or you speed a song up, you lose that passionate part of it. And I think that he's definitely kept that fight in the song, which is important.
I think so too, because when I listen to the differences between the original and the remix, both are uniquely great in their own way, but that remix just has that extra oomph of like power, and it's all about marching and reclaiming that power that we don't have.
Totally, totally. Well, I can't wait to dance with you when I come to Darwin. I've never been to the Northern Territory. I'll tell you how bad this is. I was talking to the team at Darwin Pride, and this is how much I don't know anything about Northern Territory, because I'm like, I can't wait to see Ayers Rock. And they're like, babe, that's nowhere near, that's nowhere near Darwin. So I'm looking forward to having the proper full Darwin experience when I come for Darwin Pride in June. It's a place that I've wanted to come to for a long, long time. And I'm so excited, Brooke. So you're going to have to show me around.
Definitely. I mean, I can't show you the Ayers Rock, unfortunately, because it's a bit far out from where you'll be before me, but I can show you around.
Lovely, lovely.
And yeah, and it's incredible because what a great title to have, that Marching On is like the official anthem of Darwin Pride 2023. How does that feel, knowing that like out of all the queer songs, your song was chosen?
It means a lot to me. You know, it's especially being an original song. You know, I've spent the last 10 years since Australia's Got Talent, when it was 10 years ago this year. And obviously I did cut, funnily enough, before you do your audition, which my audition song to the public that was aired was Purple Rain by Prince. So it was all covers. But I actually auditioned to the producers for Australia's Got Talent with original music. Cut to 10 years later, for whatever reasons, I've had a lot of false starts in my career, broken promises from record labels, things like that, that I've never actually, this is technically my first original album, the start of my first original album 10 years later, which it's just happened that way. But majority of my success has all been in the covers world. It's been interpreting other people's songs. So to have a song that I've written as the theme for something so special that represents a lot of people, and especially in Darwin, that represents such a rich Indigenous First Nations culture as well. It means the world to me, the absolute world to me. Oh, hello.
Incredible title to have. Oh, who do we have here? Hi.
We have, this is Zoe. This is Zoe. Say hello. Hello, Brooke.
She's beautiful.
Hello, Future Magazine.
Hello.
It's my mum's dog.
Oh, beautiful.
She's a diva like me and had to come and interrupt.
What breed is she? She's
okay.
gorgeous.
She's a terrier of some description. Oh, mum just called out. She's a silky terrier.
Thanks, Mum.
I'm going to call her a cheeky terrier.
Love it. Yeah, well, I'm so excited to have you in Darwin. That's going to be, I'm excited to like come see you live and get up and dance. And I feel so lucky to be in Darwin and have a song like yours as our official anthem.
Oh, that means everything to me, Brooke. And it's connecting with people like yourself that do resonate with the song, that feel, I want it to feel like your anthem, even though it's my song and I've written it. I want it to be the people's song, because, you know, especially writing it about something so bigger than you and I, it's, you know, it's written, this is, you know, 1978 was the first Mardi Gras in Sydney, for instance. It started as a protest and people were getting arrested and people were losing so much. You know, people lost their lives. There's so much rich history in what marches mean in this country. I started marching when the marriage equality debates, you know, I did a lot of rallies and stuff like that. So I know what it's like to be in the trenches, so to speak. But, you know, I sit on the shoulders of people way before me who lost so much more than I have, for us to be able to even be free in a gay bar. Like we have come a long way. And, you know, I'm going to be coming a long way to come to Darwin to celebrate. And if it weren't for those people before us, I wouldn't be able to be getting on a plane and coming and celebrating and being in such a public space, in such a public, beautiful way, to celebrate being queer and happy and being yourself.
And I think that's what makes it more special that's in Darwin too, because as you said, like Darwin's a very small place as it is. So then you take the queer community and then you also take the First Nations people. They're already such an excluded community. So then trying to be a First Nations person who's also like gay or trans or queer, it can be very hard up here.
And you know what, this song, trying to remember who said it. Someone recently said to me, this song isn't just for the queer community. And I tend to agree. It's written about it. That's what it stems from. But it's about any minority, any outcast, any underdog, anyone that's been overlooked or underappreciated or cast aside. You know, stand up for who you are. Stand up, be tall, be you.
I love that. And I love your connection that you mentioned earlier as well to Rainbow Rain, because I'm actually part of a small queer choir up in Darwin. And one of the recent performances we did was Rainbow Rain, and we had like the percussion, we had like the a cappella. So we'll have to get you out to one of our queer choir nights while you're up here.
I am so down. I want to sing with you guys. I love it. Can you see the sunset?
Yes,
sunset? Yeah, sunset. I was about to say sunrise. No, it's not the sunset. Look at it, it's beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so down with that. I love singing with other people and the choirs, and I'm down. Count me in. As I said to the team at Darwin Pride, I'm there for a week, so I want to experience all that Darwin has to offer in a week. You know, yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'll send you an invite to the choir. Would love to have you.
Love to. What are some of the songs that you guys sing?
Well, we're actually performing at Darwin Pride as well. So we're doing, our main one is another Todrick Hall one, Parade. We're doing a song called Everyone is Gay. We're doing True Colours because our chorus is called the True Colours Choir Chorus.
You with sad eyes.
Yes. So you have
Don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage. I love that song, Cyndi Lauper.
I think we just found our newest choir member. Welcome.
Done. I'll get up and sing True Colours with you guys. Done. I'm into it.
Cool. And I guess, yeah, speaking of Pride events, like this isn't your first Pride rodeo. You just performed at like Pride Cup, you performed at Sydney World Pride. From your experience, I mean, and seeing all these different Pride events, like how has it been to seeing the community come together and resonate with your songs and just coming together as one?
Honestly, there was magic in the air in Sydney for World Pride. It was unlike anything I'd not experienced, and I've lived in Sydney for 4 years. Sorry, I lived in Sydney for 4 years. I'm in Melbourne now, obviously. But it was just magic in the air, and I didn't see anything pretentious. I saw no one trying to tear anyone down. It was beautiful, and that's what I love about, you know, people do. It is a question that people go, well, you've got equality now. You know, why do you need to have your own prides? I said it's about having safe spaces to celebrate. And it's exactly what I said before. The reactions that we get to Pride sometimes is the reason why we need to keep having prides. You know, this homophobia is still very much rife. You know, I copped a lot of it online during the Pride season, which is sad to see. More than I ever had, really. I think people were targeting Facebook pages of people that have tagged like World Pride and things like that. So I got a lot of trolling, more than I normally do. And, you know, so that's when people say, you know, why do you need a Pride? Have a look. That's exactly why we need a Pride. You know, we need these safe spaces. We need to celebrate the people that have come before us. You know, we carry them with us.
Yeah, I agree, especially in Darwin too, because unfortunately recently one of our gay rights murals was like graffiti with some very transphobic comments. So, you know, that's obviously stuff that's still happening, you know, leading up to our Pride event as well.
You know what? I need to get a quick selfie because I'm going to post this and say I did a great great interview in the sunset. Hold on. Ready? I can't miss the sunset.
I love that.
Yeah, it's still very much out there. And especially for places like Darwin. I mean, we take for, I hope people don't take for granted that we get to celebrate the way we do. It's not always been the case, and it's not the case everywhere, you know. And it's so important.
I agree. And as I said before, we feel so lucky to have you here and being a voice to many of the people in our community as well.
It means a lot to me. If anyone wants to reach out to me on social media and they're feeling some sort of way, you know, I'm so accessible. And I think that's important. You can't just, as an artist, you can't just make music and make it your brand. It's not, this isn't a brand for me. This is who I am. And, you know, I want people to know that, you know, I'm very there for them. So I'm not just there as an artist. I'm there as a human on a human level, because at the end of the day, that's what we are, and that's what we all are.
Yeah, you said it so truly, and that's why we really appreciate the honesty that comes with your music. And speaking of the honesty, like one of my favorite lyrics in Marching On is "I'm so proud of me." So for anyone that doesn't know who you are or your music, who are you?
I'm so proud of me, and I'm so proud of you, Brooke. Sorry, what was the question?
Well, as you just sung, you're so proud of yourself, which I love. So for anyone who doesn't know you or your music, who are
Yeah.
you?
Oh, who am I? I'm someone that just loves to sing, and has loved to sing for a very long time, since I could talk. But I'm also someone that's been through a lot for a 35-year-old, and I'm talking a lot. You know, I've experienced a lot of things. We all do. We all go through things, but I do feel like I've had my fair share. So I know, as we just said, I'm human. So I have a lot of empathy for human beings, because I know what it's like to be go through a lot of things. You know, I can't speak for everyone. I'm not every minority, but I have been through a lot, Brooke. So my music comes from a place of real, and I like to think that I practice what I preach in my music. And yeah, I think I'm a very authentic artist. I speak the truth, and I'll always stand up for the underdogs and the minorities, because that's who I am. It's like standing up for myself, but standing up for people like me. So, you know, I want to support people like me that have been through similar things to me. This next album, which has just been announced, it's called Strings Attached, and it features all original songs with live strings. In every song has a live string section, which is really special to me. The fabulous John Foreman and Ryan Ewens have arranged amazing string arrangements to my songs, and yeah, they all come from a really, really personal. It's probably, I mean, as I said, this is 10 years in the making, really, of original music for me. It's my first statement and my first body of original work, but there's some really personal stuff in there, Brooke. Like it's, you know, I want to make music that matters, that says something and stands up, and hopefully people can find solace or a bit of you know, one of the songs that I've started performing live is an anthem for abuse. And I had someone come up to me. I haven't released that yet, and that's an exclusive. But I had someone come up to me after the gig and said, I wish someone had written this song when I was going through what I went through. So I want people to be able to find hope and what's the word I'm looking for? I want people to see themselves in my music.
Well, I think you've definitely achieved that. Like listening to your music and listening to you explain like today what your goals are of your music, like you've come a long way and you're achieving those goals. So hopefully you recognize that and realize like the good that you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Have I gone dark? Yes.
Yes, I can't see your video now. I can just see your,
Oh, there we go. Sorry. I was trying to turn the light up and I turned it off. Oh, Mum, that's too bright. Mum, that's way too bright.
Bright light.
I don't want that. There we go.
Perfect. Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's cut that bit out. Here we go again. Thank you.
And like, what are you up to at the moment? I know you're like very busy. You're on tour at the moment, and tomorrow's the closing night of the Symphony No. 3. What kind of has been your experience of that, and what can we expect from the final show tomorrow?
Oh, Symphony's like one of those pinch me gigs. I'm so proud to be part of a show like that. It's epic. So you got myself, Natalie Baxingthwaite, Cassie McIver, Tandy Phoenix, and Alan Kidron from the Potbellies on vocals. You've got the mighty Metropolitan Orchestra featuring the incredible, led by the incredible Sarah Grace Williams. And her in herself is an experience, just to see her, like the way she commands the entire production, and these incredible musicians, and the lights, and just the energy, the energy from stage to audience. It's like a relationship I've never experienced before, and I love it. So it's epic in every sense of the word. And you can just expect big vocals, big sound, and just, it's kind of like no other show that I've ever been part of. It's amazing.
Yeah, it sounds like an incredible opportunity. You must feel sad that it's coming to an end tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, look, this tour, this is my, I'm going to say third tour, because I've done two tours of Australia, but I've also done an international show I did Singapore, Symphony in Singapore. So, I feel like this isn't the end of the chapter, but it does feel like each show is slightly different. So it's the last time of doing this particular show. So of course there's that feeling, but I'm part of the Symphony family, and I know that there's lots more to experience within the Symphony family.
Yes, and you've got a lot more coming up to look forward to as well. You mentioned you've got like the album coming up. Obviously, you're coming to Darwin. What else is in the works?
Yes.
What does the rest of your year look like at the moment?
That is the rest of my year. This album is my focus. I said to myself, if you're going to do an original album, you've got to really focus in. Look, I'll definitely be doing lots of gigs this year, and I'll definitely take opportunities that come my way, like Darwin Pride, which is amazing. But yeah, my focus is this album. So it'll probably be out in December with a bunch of singles in the lead up to that. But December will be here before you know it.
I love that it's in December, because I love Christmas. So like getting into the Christmas spirit, and we've got like your album to look forward to for Christmas as well.
It'll be that first week in December, I think. Like it just feels right for me, and then we can enjoy it. Then it's like the fruits of your labor. I work really hard on it, put it out there, and I can have Christmas with my family and celebrate in a big way.
Yes. Yeah, well, it looks like you've got an exciting year ahead, and I'm so excited to see you in Darwin and here marching on as our official anthem as well.
Yay. Well, now that I know that you know all the words, I'm going to be expecting to see you in the audience singing along.
Yes. Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I'm surprised how fast it got dark. I'm just watching your background, and
I know.
I'm just like, where has that time just gone?
I know. It's well, I think we got perfect sun. You got to see the sunset, which is beautiful.
Yes.
Could you see that behind you here?
Yes, I could. Yes. Yeah.
Gorgeous. Well, thank you for having me, and it's so great to have the support of yourself, Brooke, and Future Magazine. I'm really, really, really happy to be part of this.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you in Darwin. And you better keep your promise and come to choir.
Done. True colors. Let's do it.
All right, I'll see you then. All right, catch you soon. Thanks again.
Thanks,
for your time.
Brooke.
All right, bye.
Thank you for your time. See you later.
Bye.